today is the Saturday before Christmas. I only have about a couple hours to do everything that I need to do before work tonight. So I want to get some meat and maybe just one small gift for the nail salon that I go to. So I'm trying to make a quick vlog for Saturday and Sunday, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a little bit vlogging on the day of Christmas, but I just happened to be off and I tried to switch with somebody. Nobody wants to switch with me to have Christmas off, so I'm like, okay, well, there goes your chance, there goes the opportunity, and so I'm off. Earlier today we did have a special worship service. We kind of have like 3 special worship services throughout the whole entire year, and today was one of them. So my family and I dressed up for, we call it like an end of the year Thanksgiving, and we had our Thanksgiving in church. So that was today, and I didn't do much else because it was a long day during church. So let's go to Costco. I'm gonna get just a few things and then head back home and start cooking. Well, here's a sale on the Vitamix blender. I did break my blender, I would say about a couple days ago. I was trying to make some smoothies and the rubber piece underneath basically broke off, and something I guess got grinded into my food, so I just threw the whole entire thing. Anyway, vitamin mixer is on sale. You're getting $100 off for $300. So anyway, it's still out of my budget, though I am on the lookout for a new blender. I've always had my eye out on this OXO software pop container set. It's $40 today. It's $10 off, but I never like really justified of how much it costs and what I need it for. I already buy my containers at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, so that's why I have a hard time buying it. Anyway, next to it, they do have this tea cutting board. It's pretty big. It's 24 by 18 by 1.5 inches for $6. I would say this is it's a pretty good price because it's a huge cutting board. I recently bought an air fryer, but I accidentally bought it too small. This one is the Ninja Foodie Flex Basket, and it has like a divider where you can take it out, and when you take it out, it's 11 quarts. And it's currently on sale for $120. You're saving $30. I'm thinking of picking one up right now and putting it in my basket, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it expires tomorrow, so if I decide to come back, I can come back tomorrow. This is how it looks like with the display. You can't open it, so I can't show you. But yeah, our air fryer is too small, and we kind of waste time because we're cooking multiple batches in a small air fryer. So this would do the job if I were to purchase it. All right, so I'm 10 minutes into Costco shopping. I got 2 pies. I have a pumpkin pie, I have an apple pie underneath, and then I have a big container of ground beef. I also have a sample of a delish chicken apple sausage. I just posted a video yesterday about making your own homemade baskets, and it's kind of like a part way of a charcuterie board, and I think together I made it for about $30. This one is $20, and it doesn't really weigh much. It weighs 1.66 pounds. It doesn't have the fruit. It does have the meat and the nuts and the honey, but this is really like expensive for what you can get, especially that I made my homemade charcuterie board yesterday and it was really full. Just knowing what I can make it for is just it's not justifiable. Here are the party platters right before the holiday, so you can grab one if you're having a party tonight or even tomorrow. This one is a sprouted sandwich platter for $48, so it is $6.68 a pound. This one is fruit meat cheese platter, and that is $6.09 a pound for $40 for this whole container. You have a smaller fruit meat and cheese tray for $6.99 a pound, and this container is $24.12. The whole container of shrimp cocktail is $40, and that's $8.65 a pound. Here's my second sample. I have the Costco meatballs Italian style beef, and this is the same one that I usually get, and it comes in with this Watkins Japanese sauce, which I've never tried before. Anyway, not on sale, regular price, but here's my sample for today. All right, so this is going to be my 3rd sample. These are the overnight oats by Mush that I've been wanting to try for a while. There's how many varieties? 4 varieties. It says peanut butter, dark chocolate, and vanilla beans. So 3 varieties for $10. Found the gift that I'm going to give to the nail salon. This is almond biscotti. It's a big container for $9. So it's not so much as the price that I'm looking for, but it's the quality and the gift itself. So I'm gonna give this to them and drop it off before I head home. While I'm waiting in line, I'm gonna get my fourth sample. This is Seeds of Change Organic Quinoa and Rice. It's on sale for $9.89. Okay, so it's complete and utter madness right now. I am heading to the self-checkout, but look how busy it is. It's just lines and lines of people just waiting for the register. All right, so I'm done with Costco and I'm 40 minutes in since I entered Costco. You can see all the traffic behind me. It's just absolute madness right now. I don't know why I did this to myself, but here I am and I'm done. My receipt cost me $102, which is not bad for Costco, but I literally only had sweets and the only like real thing to eat is my ground beef. The pumpkin pie is for a gift at work. That's for my coworkers. The sparkling apple juice and the biscotti is for the nail salon. Sorry, I'm just trying to navigate through this traffic and hopefully I don't get hit. And then I think the rest is ours. Yeah, that's my quick shopping trip at Costco. I'm gonna try to head to the nail salon now. Okay, so I'm right outside my nail salon and I did go home to get these bows. These bows are repurposed from last year's New Year's gifts that we had. And so they don't have the sticky tabs anymore, but I did put some tape on the back so I can give these. So that's just a way to repurpose your packaging, including your bows. And I'm gonna give this to my nail salon now since they really do my nails nicely like they did this season. So anyway, let me hurry up because I still have to cook dinner and then I need to head to work. I'm gonna cook the whole entire ground beef because I do need to make some meal preps. And I'm gonna put my usual, my salt, pepper, onion, garlic powder, and a little bit of crushed red pepper. I normally like to use powder and fresh, but I really don't have time today. I'm gonna put a little bit of onion powder on top here. I don't like to put too much at one time because it's gonna burn. When it cooks down a little bit more and when the bottom is unexposed, that's when I add more onion powder and garlic powder. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to let it cook for about 5 to 6 minutes and then I'll mix it and add some more seasonings. While the meat is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and wash these dishes that we made today. I cooked some scrambled eggs for breakfast. My daughter cooked some dumplings. And so we have a sink filled with dishes. I don't have a dish tray or dishwasher up here on our main floor, so everything is washed by hand. This kitchen is really small. It's made from like the early 1970s, so everything is still pretty much yellow. I do want to update my kitchen one of these years if my husband lets me. He's right here, by the way. Anyway, I'm still waiting on that gift. We've been in this house for about 16 years and I'm still waiting for that gift, but I am very patient. If not this house, we're gonna get another house. It's about almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna give myself about 15 minutes to wash these dishes, and intermittently, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the ground beef. To that whole entire bag of ground beef, I'm gonna add this 32 ounce of mixed veggies. I don't think I told you what I was making today. I'm making basically ground beef and veggies, and this is pretty much the easiest filling meal I can make. So I like to cook the vegetables separate from the meat because when I add the soy sauce, the veggies get really dark and it just doesn't look pleasing. And then also the veggie stays a little bit more, I guess, crunchy, I guess. It's not really crunchy, but you can actually taste the vegetables instead of the soy sauce. I got my ground beef already drained and I'm just gonna let it kind of saute in this pan without any additional oil. I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce in here as well. It does need a little bit of pepper. I don't taste any spice even though I put some crushed red pepper and some black pepper in here. I
got my veggies on this pot, or in this pot, and I didn't add any water to it, so it's just cooking with the lid on. And then once this veggies is done, or I would say halfway done, I take out any extra liquid in here and then I just add it to meat, and it's basically done. Sometimes I do add a little ketchup in this ground beef. It depends what kind of taste I'm looking for. And I think, you know, I think it's gonna need a little bit of ketchup. You can add a little bit of barbecue sauce if you want. Not a whole lot, because you're not making like a chili or anything. This is just ground meat and veggies, and it just needs a little extra flavor to it. So I'm gonna let this mix up. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce. And then I'm gonna take some of this meat out for my meal prepping. So far, this is my 3rd day into my low carb diet, so I'm pretty proud of myself. If I want a piece of candy, I'll give myself a piece of candy. If I want, let's say, a piece of cake, it will be a thin sliver. But I'm basically trying to eat twice a day, and I don't have breakfast until about 12, at least for the most of my days. I'm not doing keto anymore because that was very restrictive, and I kind of miss things that I love to eat. And then once I go back to like a bigger carb meal, then I feel like I start gaining weight. So I don't want to do that. And that's basically no pasta and no rice, unless it's like a wild rice or like a whole grain rice. I'll have a little bit of that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish cooking this and then I'll show you the outcome of it. I'll show you also my meal prep. It's basically ground meat into a few containers. So I don't think that's gonna be really important to see, but you'll see my dinner because I'm gonna take you along with me to work today. I haven't brought you to work in a long time, so I decided I'm gonna do that. It's just gonna be one night with my orientee, and hopefully it's not gonna be too busy because I have, it's actually the holiday weekend, so most people are away. And for some reason, when it's the holiday, people are not sick and they don't come to the hospital as often. All right, so I did more than I wanted to. I did finish washing the silverware, some glasses and the plates, and I'm leaving the pots and pans behind as well as the glasses. The sink is clean though, and I also cleaned the stove. Dinner is done, and I also plated up my meal prep. Okay, so here's my meal prep. I have 5 dishes, and these are the recent dishes that I just bought from Costco. These are glassware. These are not the snapware. I think they're called Ella or Ello. Anyway, I have the ground beef with vegetables with extra veggies. These are frozen and they're totally fine. I'll just put it in the refrigerator. And then whatever veggies I'm going to cook to add to this dish, then I'll add it to it. So anyway, this is gonna last for maybe about 2 to 3 days. I'm not gonna like eat it for every single meal, but at least I can have like a meal when I'm really hungry so I don't eat something I regret eating. It's already a little after 6 o'clock. I'm gonna get ready to work. I just arrived to work and I pretty much brought everything with me. I brought the pumpkin pie, I bought the whipped cream, I brought a bowl, my hand blender, I brought my purse, and then I even brought my laptop. I'm not planning to do heavy work on my YouTube channel, but I'm just transferring some information from my phone to my laptop. That's just about it on my break. So anyway, so I'm gonna whip up some heavy whipping cream later on for the pumpkin pie, and that's gonna be for our part of our, I guess, my dinner later on. I'm just gonna have a little sliver of it just to taste it because I'm still on a low carb diet. And I brought one of my meal preps. I bought this one. So mixed veggies and ground beef is gonna be my dinner for tonight. We're lucky to have a full-size refrigerator and a freezer. So I'm gonna put my heavy whipping cream in here. And also I'm gonna put my bowl and my whisk in here. So when you whisk the whipped cream, it's gonna get nice and thick. Almost forgot to make room for the pumpkin pie. Oh, hopefully I don't knock anybody's food down. Hey everyone, so it's already 8:30. We got reports, my orientee and I. We saw all of our patients. There's only 3 patients for us right now because it's low census because of the holidays. So just to get the whipped cream going, I'm gonna start it now. My whisk is already cold. My bowl is already cold. And all I have to do is put my heavy whipping cream and beat it. So I feel like I'm at my house right now because I have my counter. I have one appliance, and I have my phone stand on top of a chair. So basically, this is what I'm gonna do right now. My orientee is here. I don't know if you want to be on the camera.
So this is my orientee. Her name is IJ. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
She's been doing really, really good. I'm so proud of her. And she's working today. I'm letting her do everything.
That's right.
Anyway, I gotta cover her badge because we can't see where we're working. And yeah, I'm gonna make my whipped cream right now.
What are you making?
Whipped cream for the pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay.
She tells me now that she doesn't eat pumpkin pie. She only eats pecan pie. If I knew this before, I would have done this. But anyway, so this is what we're gonna do. It was a little bit odd mixing my own heavy cream at work, but it is the holidays and I wanted a little something special for my coworkers. But I honestly want to say I ate most of this heavy cream. Now, I could have brought one of those pressurized whipping cream cans or whipped cream in a can, but I try to avoid buying that because it just goes straight to the garbage. I did buy a few whipped creams in a can for Thanksgiving, so I basically met my quota for the year. But making your homemade whipped cream is very satisfying and easy, and then you can add the amount of sugar that you prefer. So here is a slice of pumpkin pie with a big dollop of heavy cream, and then my coworker just made some coffee. This is the chock full of nuts that I brought. If you've seen my video, you know that I brought coffee for us, and we just use a regular coffee maker. I think that comes out the best. I'm gonna enjoy this because I don't really eat sweets now because I'm on a low carb diet. So this is gonna be like part of my meal. I do have my ground beef in the refrigerator that I'm going to eat too, but I'm gonna have my dessert first and then my dinner. I almost forgot to put some heavy cream. So what I did is that I took some of the whipped cream that I just made and just took a dollop of it and put it in there. So I don't like my coffee with sugar. I've been not drinking any sugar in my coffee for a while now and honestly get used to it. And then I have my dessert to balance everything out. Okay guys, so now that I'm done with my pumpkin pie and part of my coffee that was really good with that heavy cream on it, I'm gonna go ahead and have dinner. This is just a part of my dinner, not all of it. I'm really not that hungry right now and I'd rather have more veggies than meat. Hey guys, so it's about 3:30 now and I just came back from break and I'm just trying to heat up. So I'm just taking a walk around the nursing unit, stopping by our storage room just to try to warm up. Nursing units and hospitals are generally cold, so you really need to get a good sweater and keep warm for the night. I have this thin sweater with me, and while I was in break, I was freezing my butt off, so I just had a couple towels over my shoulders. It's still pretty quiet. I'm thankful that it's quiet. We're not full capacity tonight because it is the weekend before Christmas, and people tend to like go on vacation and for some reason they don't get sick. Now that it's quiet, I'm going to take you to one of the rooms. I'm going to really show you how a room looks like up here, and it's kind of nice, and patients do request to come here. It is kind of like a hotel style room, and I can see why people want to come back because the rooms look like a hotel. All right, so here is one of the rooms. These are one of the rooms that's a little bit more spacious. Some of the rooms a little bit tighter depending on the location, but you can see it is a private room. There's even a bench that guests can sleep on. There's even a desk area if you have work. You have your oxygen on the wall, the call bell, this blood pressure gauge here that no one uses because we don't have the connection for it. We have our pumps. We have some new pumps, and these are a little bit of the older ones, but it still works fine. You have the hand washing station or the Purell as you enter. That's the door. One thing that I do like is this sign for fall precaution. So it tells the patient, it tells the nurse, it tells the aide, it tells anybody who comes into this room what a patient can do as long as you have all the information up there. You have the patient and the date and all that. And it basically tells you how to ambulate the patient or not to ambulate the patient. So I thought that was a great idea. I think this may have been like kind of nurse driven. Nurses are involved in making ideas and putting it into use. The bathroom is also spacious. You have your sink. I like their counters. These counters never get like damaged or dirty. Very easy to clean. You have your toilet. You have a pull string if you need it, just in case you feel like you're about to fall or not feeling well. And then you have a shower, which hardly any patient uses because we really don't allow them to shower. And there's also a pull string for safety. So we have our cabinets that don't open. They do have it locked. I remember working on the 8th floor and you try to get your hand in there, and if you don't pull out fast enough, your hand gets caught. So I think that's why they have that closed off already. And everybody says, where is the laundry chute or the laundry hamper? You can't find it. Well, guess what? It's right here where it says linen. It's kind of fancy. Everything is tucked in. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what one of the rooms look like on my unit. This is a med-surg unit if you guys are interested, because I haven't done like a what do you call it, like nurse life skit in a while. So this is like a little sneak peek of, you know, where I work. Anyway, so back to work. All right, so my shift is over now, and it was actually a pretty good night. We only had 4 patients throughout the whole night. I didn't get to work on my YouTube, so that I can work at home, because I really need like an uninterrupted moment with my YouTube videos. So anyway, that's fine. I did show you a room, I believe, overnight, so hopefully I can kind of like pop that in to the video. Anyway, so it's about 8:45 and I'm really leaving late today because I was filling out a form that I wanted to fill out. So that took a while, and then I was speaking to a couple of my workers, telling them you know, that happy holidays, because they were telling me happy holidays. So anyway, so now I'm just gonna head home, then get cleaned up, and we really don't have any plans today. Today is basically a free day. I told my daughter that I want to bake some cookies, so maybe we'll make like a couple of batches of cookies, and then after that we're gonna clean the house because my brother-in-law is coming. But other than that, there's really not much that I'm going to do today. It is right before the day, or it is the day before Christmas, and so a lot of things are going to be closing earlier. So if there's something that I need in the store, I better get it soon. Okay, so that was my alarm for my low gas. As you can see, I have no gas, but not to worry because we are in Costco. Yes, it's 9:22 in the morning, and guess what? They're open. The doors are open for business, so I don't know. That's kind of like a treat for me to go in, but at the same time it's very dangerous because I already spent over $100 yesterday. Hey everyone, it's 4:30 already, so the day is pretty much gone at this point. I fell asleep when I got home. I didn't even take a shower. I just changed my clothes. I was just so tired for no reason at all, so I took that opportunity to take a long nap and not be woken up by anything or anybody. And so I woke up pretty much naturally at 2:30. So I got about maybe five and a half hours of sleep. My mother-in-law is back from her trip. She's been gone for several months now, and so she's here with me. She's not gonna be staying with us. She has her own house, but we're gonna bring her back to her house in a little bit. But before we do, I am going to stop by ShopRite because it's going to close in 30 minutes. I don't have any meat defrosted, so that was kind of not a planned way of cooking dinner tonight. So I have to go to ShopRite or to any local grocery store and get some meat and get some food for tonight's dinner. So the dinner that I cooked yesterday did hold us up till lunch, and I also ate my meal prep that I cooked yesterday, but I don't have enough for dinner. So I'm gonna head out tonight and get some food. I also have like, you know, like chicken salad, tuna salad, like in a can, and also like jarred sauce, and I can make just like plain spaghetti, but I really don't feel that satisfying. I want something a little bit more, and I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna cook yet. So okay, so there are a few people walking in last minute. Right now people are in a little bit of a frenzy because the store is about to close in about 15 minutes, so I need to hurry up myself. I even brought a shopping cart, but it's not like I'm gonna get a lot of things, but I just don't want to carry it. So I decided for dinner I'm gonna get some sweet potatoes, I'm gonna get some beef, I'm gonna make like a nice like pot roast type of dish and just make it easy. This store is killing me with the prices. $7.49 a pound. I could have gotten Costco for $4.99 a pound or $5.99 a pound. here's another option, a little cheaper option. It's $2.99 a pound, but this thing is still kind of frozen, so I can't even get that. And I don't feel like struggling with it to cut it and fitting it into my crock pot. So what I got is this, what is this? Beef. I can't read it from here. Is the beef chuck bottom chuck roast. Anyway, it's $6.99 a pound. I really don't like the price, but I'm gonna get it anyway. That's $20. Isn't that crazy? So it's gonna be like a $40 dish. I don't know. I'm starting to think this over again, but I need to make my decision pretty quickly. All right, so my 15 minutes went down to 5 minutes, and so I ended up just getting some pork chops because the guy was literally closing the freezers. So I have the pork chops in my cart, and I'm gonna head to get some orange juice. That's what my husband requested. So I don't really have as long as of time that I did. I like the Tropicana, $4, that's fine. Some pulp is fine too. I think I'll get 2 of them. Ooh, sorry, this is gonna be really shaky. All right, so I think that's all I need right now. Okay. All right, so heading to the register. You can see some people are wearing some Santa hats. Cute. Oh, look at this guy. He's festive. Popcorners are on sale. It's a party size and there's 3 for $10. So I grabbed 3. This one's kettle corn, this one's white cheddar, and this one is sea salt. If you guys have watched my Costco video, you know I have already bought these in like little pre-packaged containers. So anyway, let's see, do they have another one? They have the spicy queso, but I'm not really fond of that one. Anyway, let's go. I really need to subscribe to these magazines. We have all recipes, secret family recipes for the holidays, and the one that I just kind of dropped in my cart is air fry recipes. So I don't know, let's see how much it is. This is $16 for this one, and that's also $16. So anyway, maybe I'll look to it later on. Right now it's kind of expensive. Hey everyone, so it's just about 6:30 in the evening, and I just been sitting around taking a little break looking at my phone, and a movie pops up that I found really, really interesting. It's called Joyride. So it came out, I guess, sometime this year, and I didn't even know. You can watch it on Stars, but I decided to purchase it. I purchased it on YouTube, and now I can watch it on YouTube, and I have it on my channel now. It's a really funny movie if you guys haven't seen it. You don't have to buy the movie. You can also rent it for cheaper, $6, but this is a treat to myself. And my other treat is gonna be this frozen berries. I'm just gonna eat it frozen and use it as a treat. I actually forgot I had these in my refrigerator downstairs, so even though this has fruit, I'm just gonna pile it right onto my bowl. And I have these frozen berries. The strawberry is kind of frozen, so I'm gonna wait till the very end to eat that, but I should be able to eat the raspberries and the blueberries. I'm gonna plop everything in. I really prefer like whole Greek yogurt and plain, like no added sugar, no added fruits, and I can just add my own fruits to it. All right, so that is my big mess of dessert for tonight. It's finally time to cook dinner, and I know it's kind of late, but my husband and I were watching a really funny movie. But now it's time for dinner, and I have here on my table the seasonings that I will put my pork chop that I bought this evening from ShopRite, and I still have to cut up the sweet potato, and I'm gonna end up just dumping the sweet potato on top of the meat. I have my onion, garlic, and my red bell pepper chopped up. You can actually use pork chops in a different way. It doesn't have to be in like the sliced form. So I did end up cutting most of the meat off the bone, and then the bone is also gonna get tossed in there, and that's gonna continue to provide flavor and a little bit of meat on with the dish. So anyway, so that's gonna be put into the pressure cooker. What I'm cooking today is going to be caldereta style, but caldereta is normally used with beef, and I have pork today, so this is what I'm gonna cook for dinner, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna like it. Hot dog chili sauce is what I'm gonna add. I have 2 cans, and let's see, is this spicy? No, that's not spicy. I'm also gonna add some Spanish olives. I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato puree, about half of this can. I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce, salt, pepper, and a little bit of the chicken bouillon. I already have my crock pot on. The oil's there too, and it is hot. So I'm gonna add my garlic. We're just gonna go ahead and mix that up. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump in my onion now because I don't have time, it's already late.
Okay, so the onions and garlic is ready, and I'm just gonna dump the whole entire meat. I'm gonna add salt, pepper, chicken bouillon. I'm gonna give that a mix. I'm right-handed, so this is a little bit difficult. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning. Pretty much a little bit more of everything. Whoa, that's too much. Took some of the salt out. I have this fish sauce, so it's really, really smelly, but it doesn't taste fishy, but it gives food like a really good umami flavor. So I'm just gonna pour about maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon, maybe the whole thing. There's not really much in here. I have some, just a little bit. It's kind of like golden. That's fish sauce. And they just added a little sugar to it. So this is a savory dish, not a sweet dish. So I'm going to add half of the jar of that tomato puree, the 2 cans of hot dog chili sauce, I'm going to add about half of this Spanish olive jar. And a splash of soy sauce. Give that a mix. We're gonna put the sweet potato that I just cut, and they're pretty large, like 2 large sweet potatoes. Or you can say 3 medium ones. And on top of that, I'm just gonna put the 1 bell pepper that I chopped up as well. All right, so we're gonna cancel the saute function, and we're gonna do meat and stew, but we're not gonna do it for 10 minutes because that's a lot. The meat's already pretty small. I'm gonna do it for about 7. I don't need to add any water because there's a lot of liquid in this, in the bottom already. So I'm just gonna close that up. And then turn this little knob here facing away from me. All right, so I'm gonna let it do its thing, and it's gonna make my kitchen smell wonderful. The food is done, but I had to shut it off earlier because the Instant Pot said it was burning. So I think it's the chili that goes on the bottom and kind of sticks to the bottom, and then it says that it burns, but it doesn't look burnt at all. And the potato looks like it's cooked. There is like the bone up here too that's floating on top, but that's fine. But anyway, that's gonna be for our dinner for tonight. All right, guys, so I know it's kind of late for us to have dinner, but I didn't cook it earlier because I was watching a movie with my husband. So anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I'm looking at the video that I just released, and that's the video about gifts for less. I didn't have a thumbnail on it, but I'm not a thumbnail, a text on my thumbnail, but I'm putting it now. It's basically homemade baskets I made, and also goodie bags that I made for my daughter. And it's some of my videos don't do well, and I really don't understand like how the algorithm really shares my videos. And I know they're pretty good videos, so I really want people to sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera. I really want people to see it and watch them because I think the videos are pretty informative. Anyway, so I'm just editing that. It's about 11:13, so I'm gonna just do this for a short while, watch a couple of videos, and then I'll head to bed. Because we do have a family member that's gonna come and visit us tomorrow from Canada, and so they're gonna be with us for about a week. They're not staying at my house, but they're gonna be coming and visiting us. So I need to kind of prepare the house and
prepare something for them to eat when they arrive. I was thinking of ending this vlog tonight, but I think I'll extend it to tomorrow just to show you what maybe I cook for breakfast. I didn't bake the cookies. The butter's still out. I have to put the butter back into the refrigerator. And then I really would like to bake those cookies tomorrow. I hope it works out. So yeah, so that is my, I guess, my Christmas Eve. I don't celebrate Christmas, but you know, the 24th. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning, everybody. Today is Christmas Day. And even though we don't celebrate Christmas, we are all off today. And we are having family coming over from Canada. So it's about 9:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna have that, I guess, that pork caldereta that I made last night. And I usually try not to eat until 12 o'clock, but I kind of have a headache this morning from this girl too. She just realized that Easter is a religious holiday. I don't know, I'm already getting a pounding headache from her shenanigans.
So what about Valentine? Is there a religious, is that a religious
There
holiday?
is a religious aspect to that too. But anyway, on to the importance of today. So yes, we're gonna bake the cookies finally. I have the butter on my counter. After I eat my breakfast, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the dishes, and then I'm gonna tidy up the house like I said I was going to before my family comes over. Okay, so breakfast is already done. I washed all the dishes that was in the sink, all the pots and pans that we used this morning. We do have a few dishes that are randomly placed around the house, so that's what we have in the sink right now. And now I have to really clean up this house and get the house prepared before our family comes over in a few hours. So let's get this started. For breakfast, I did cook 2 packages of bacon along with some scrambled eggs. And to serve, we normally eat it with rice. But this morning, my husband did make a sandwich for himself. He likes to have it with some toast, mayonnaise, bacon, and some scrambled egg. And right now, I'm just cleaning my kitchen. It is a mess. I normally vacuum about twice a day because we eat a lot and we have a lot of family in the house. We need to be on top of that. And if we're not, then the house gets to be a big pile of mess. We don't have a dishwasher on the first floor, so everything gets washed by hand. And I have this dish tray that I've had for a very long time, and I can't seem to find it anymore. So if you guys have it or see it, please let me know where I can find it, because it does last for a very long time. I find mopping floors very easy and very satisfying, especially when you're using simple things. I bought this kind of like this mop end at the Dollar Tree along with its handle. And then I just use this cleaner. It's really meant for wood, and the tiles that I have on my kitchen floor is wood anyway. But it smells really clean and light. It is almond scented, so it kind of acts like an air freshener throughout my house. I've had this mop for about 6 months now, so it really has endured for a long time. And so I did buy another mop head just in case Dollar Tree decides to discontinue it and manufacture a different kind of lesser quality. My kitchen is pretty small, so as long as we keep on top of all the mess with the 7 people, then it's pretty easy to maintain and keep clean. I found this faux fireplace about 2 years ago on Facebook Marketplace. It does give us an additional heating element for our house, and it gives us a decorative lighting. It looks like kind of like we have a real fireplace in our home. So right now I'm just getting it set up for the holidays, and even though we don't celebrate Christmas, I do like a pop of red every now and then, and it gives us a nice comforting holiday environment. I wanted to wash our sofa covers, and I normally wash it once to twice a year, but I didn't have any energy left in me, so I just removed the blanket that was on top of the ottoman, and I'm just giving it a quick wash. We have a desktop computer that we really don't use anymore, but we have all our stuff that just gets piled on top of it, so I really need to keep our stuff organized for the new year. I don't like to have all the papers and makeup and just knickknacks just piled up on top of our computer. So this year, I really want to focus on keeping our countertops clean and free of clutter. The one good thing about having guests come over your house is that it forces you to clean up your house and remove the clutter and put things away. So like things like remote controls, clothes, like wiping down like your tabletops of dust, or even removing the lid off the pillows like my husband is doing right now. I'm a YouTube creator now for almost 2 years, and I do have a couple things. I have a couple of tripods, I have my laptop, and a few of my SD cards that I used to use for my camera, but now I use my phone. But you still collect a lot of junk, so I'm collecting all the junk that came out of my little basket and cleaning off the dining room table to change the cover for the new year. I vacuum underneath my sofas about 3 to 4 times a year. It does take a lot of effort because my living room is small, so I'm just maneuvering everything out of the way and then picking up any pieces that I found on the floor. Then I get to wipe down the windowsills and the baseboards and keep it free of dust. And now I'm just vacuuming everything just in case any pieces of dust fell back onto the floor. The treasures I find usually underneath the sofa are socks and pencils and slippers. Occasionally I will find some pennies or coins and also within the cushions. And if I find money, well, that goes to my pocket because I earned it and I cleaned up the area. So right now I'm just vacuuming the little corners that I haven't vacuumed in several months and the baseboards in the back. So fortunately they're not as dirty as I expected, and now I'm just using that almond scented cleaner again for my floors, and it does make the floor nice and shiny. As a child, I remember having our own house with a hardwood floor, and my mom used some kind of wax after cleaning the floors, and it made the floors shiny, and also it gave it like a durability. So I haven't really been doing that to my floors, so you can see some of the floors are faded and scratched, but next time I do clean the floors, I do want to add a little bit of wax to make them shiny again. Our entranceway gets a lot of traffic, so I'm constantly vacuuming the area, and I do have this rug that's kind of thick and irregular, so I do have to work at it and vacuuming and taking out all the dust. And then I vacuum the area just to remove any rocks that I left behind, and then I'm going to clean the floor again with the almond scented cleaner. Besides cleaning the floors, I did organize the jackets that you'll see on the side of the stairs, and then the very last thing that I did in this video is to clean the stairs and mop them. Okay, so the house is clean. We're getting the curtains put back up by my sons. The living room, the dining room's clean. It's all organized on the tabletops. That cleaner that I used smells like almond, so that's a really nice light scent. The kitchen is pretty much clean. We got to put away those dishes and a few things that the kids used while I was cleaning. And I already took a shower, but I just came down here to check up on stuff because they're just about to arrive. There's a couple pillows out of place, but I don't mind as long as the house is clean. That's really the most important thing. Okay, guys, so a lot has happened since I finished cleaning. Actually, that was pretty much the whole day today, was cleaning the house. I'm glad that when we have like visitors over, it kind of makes us deep clean the house, which I've done today. I really cleaned like pretty much every corner of this living room except for my husband's like little corner. The house smells nice. I used the almond cleaner. I have my diffuser going. There was a little change of plans though. My family didn't come here to the house, at least not all of them. We actually went to another house with another family member and they stayed there. So anyway, they're probably gonna come tomorrow. So the house is at least clean for the week or for the next 2 weeks while they're here. At least I'm hoping for the next 2 weeks. We did bake some chocolate chip cookies tonight. We only did like half a batch. We still have like this other whole like bowl of chocolate chip cookies that we followed from a recipe in a book. Now the cookies didn't come exactly, I guess, I don't know, they're a little different because I didn't have what do you call it, brown sugar. I used turbinado sugar instead. And anyway, actually, let me taste them. My daughter didn't put a lot of chocolate chips in here. That's why you only see one in this cookie, but they're not bad. And they're not too sweet. Anyway, so that's pretty much the night. It's almost like 10:30. So this is my last night off before I go to work tomorrow. So sorry that I didn't really film anything beyond me cleaning the whole entire day. Let me just show you the cookies at least. You can see what I cooked for today. Here are the 2 trays of cookies. They're really bare with chocolate chips. They're really bare, but they were pretty good still. Here's the one that I had, and a whole like bowl to cook for tomorrow. My daughter got lazy in cooking because we have to cook the cookies downstairs. Our oven up here, the temperature gauge is not working. We just needed a whole new oven, and ours is kind of unique because it's like a 1970s wall oven and smaller, so it's really hard to find something that fits. So that is our night tonight. For tomorrow's dinner, I'm gonna make some kind of chicken. I don't know, some kind of chicken parm. I think I'm just gonna put a little flour on it and fry it in the skillet. All right, guys, so I'm thankful for those who have watched this far. I know it was a pretty long video. It was a footage for basically 3 days and a lot of footage of me cleaning today. If you guys enjoyed this video altogether with the 3 days, I know it's not as, I guess, exciting, but please like and subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. You'll see me on another video. Happy holidays, everyone, and Happy New Year if I don't see you soon. All right, bye.